Bobby and Q here. Yes, barbecue, not barbecue. Um, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to talk about my Mother's Day. It was interesting. So here's where it starts. Thursday afternoon, Mr. Q and I, how does Fluffy starts his? Well, Martine and I, no, it's Mr. Q and I. Yeah, he decided he wanted pork butt, so we went to our local butcher, actual butcher, not like Albertsons or Ralph's or whatever. We went to a local butcher shop that we have here in San Diego, um, and he got an 18-pound pork butt. That being said, instead of cutting it down right away, like a normal person would do, he decided to put it in our small freezer, getting it stuck. Come Sunday morning, happy Mother's Day, we have to get the freaking pork butt out of the freezer. You know what he does? He opens the door and puts the pan in front of it. So this front side's all getting defrosted, and the defrost is trickling down the condensation, and it freezes back up because the fridge is still working. 10 hours later, it's like, why hasn't it melted? Why hasn't it defrosted properly? I'm like, let's turn the AC off. Let's turn the fridge off. So he plugs it, or so I thought. We'll come to that later. 3 hours I waited. And I waited 3 hours thinking that, oh my gosh, my food, my milk, my eggs, everything in the fridge is going to spoil if I don't get this freaking pork butt out of my fridge. But before I even think about doing this, I call my mom to wish her a happy Mother's Day. And I tell her the situation. My dad says, why did you put it in cold water? I tell my mother, please tell my father it would how I would put it in cold water when I can't even get it out of the freezer. She tells my dad. He's laughing his ass off at me and at Mr. Q. So, 3 hours later, I'm fed. I am absolutely done dealing with waiting for this thing to come out of my freezer and my food spoiling. So I grab a towel, I tuck it underneath, I get my trusty electric kettle, still hot. I fill it up, I get the water boiled and everything. I pour it in on top of the thing, and it defrosts the edges enough that I can pull the pork out. Mind you, these 3 hours that I'm waiting and stuff, he's in bed, asleep. I get the pork butt out of the freezer. I'm pulling it out. I actually broke one of my spatulas of my wood wood spoon. trying to wedge this damn thing out. And I was like, I'm fed up. I am getting this thing out. I am turning my fridge back on. I am done with this. It's like almost 9 o'clock at night, and I got to get this thing out. So I pour the water. I chisel with my freaking um, cleaver to get the ice off the sides. Pull it out. He gets up. He looks at me. Oh, you got it out of the freezer. I'm like, yes. I finally got fed up waiting, so I poured hot water on it. So there's hot water running down into it. It's like, okay, I'll clean it up. So he throws the meat onto our moving cart, and he goes and cleans the freezer out, closes it, and let it go. He goes, plugs the thing back in. Turns out what he unplugged was the microwave, not the fridge. No wonder it wasn't free defrosting. No wonder it was freezing up on the sides after the front was defrosted. Condensation went back. He was blowing it to the back. I'm like, oh my God. But I was extremely proud of myself for getting the damn thing out. He patted my head and said, good girl. I'm like, anyways, that was Mother's Day. Now, yesterday, my good friend Iris, yep, she had a YouTube channel, sent me a box. In that box was a bubble tea in a can, which I absolutely loved. Some tea, which I just had, and it's really nice. Do I have some more? And these lychees. Lychee jellies, and two very spicy types of ramen. And rum balls. I like the rum balls. Mm. Oh, I love lychee. Now, I told that story to my aunt because I was helping my aunt pack her stuff up because she has to move. Now, she and my uncle were laughing their asses off. I'm going to say ass because it's basically their butts. Oh, it's so good. I better stop. I better eat them all. um, Yeah, so that's how I spent my Mother's Day and the day after Mother's Day. Now I pinched a nerve in my buttocks, sciatic nerve. Great. So I hope you had fun this last weekend and this coming weekend. I hope you have more fun. And I've come up with an idea for a segment in here dealing with food. But hey, anyways, yeah, more. Just can't stop. Be safe, be happy, be loved. Don't forget to check out my book on Wattpad called The Druid's Diamond Sword. It's under Plus WTPT. Hope you enjoy. Until next time, like, subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications for my next vlog. Until then, be safe, be happy, and always be loved. Bye, all.